Boom.
Tires.
That was the tire.
Oh man,
I'm so excited, guys. Look at this. My mini sombrero.
I am devastated. Daniel Ricciardo.
Yeah, we're all going backwards hats. Am I right?
Yeah, definitely.
I have a backwards sombrero here.
My headphones are on backwards.
Listen, I was jumping up and down on my bed yesterday. First, when Max crashed, I was like, the half of the excitement was there. And then when the race restarted, Lewis just went over turn one. I was screaming. My son was like, "Who is this guy here?" He was like, "You never do that, Dad." It's like, no, but it's excitement. Like the two leaders in the championship just are out of the race.
He's like, "Yeah, Dad, why are you jumping on my bed? This is not cool."
Exactly.
It was great. It was great.
Yeah. Well, so you guys saw we had a new intro song. So we have a special guest here, Özüm. Özüm, welcome.
G'day.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. It's actually pronounced as Özüm, but my Twitter mutes know me as the Zoom. And I'm not a Mazda fan.
Oh.
Not at all.
You don't like the rotary engines? Come on.
I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah. Who doesn't want to change apex seals every 3 months?
Anyway, thanks for coming, Özüm, and
Thanks for inviting me.
Hope you don't get too scared with our craziness. But yeah, we saw your tweet a few weeks ago. Like you said, "Oh, I have a new song, but I'm shy." I was like, "Hey, you want to put on the podcast for our 10 listeners to listen?" And you were like, "Yeah, sure." So here you are.
Not that shy.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, how did you get into Formula One, and how long have you been watching races?
So I'm obviously from Turkey. I'm in Istanbul right now, and Formula One has recently been really popular here, especially after the pandemic and after last year's race. So that was like kind of the first time I started watching regularly, and I'm quite a recent fan. But while I was growing up, I was kind of used to like seeing it on TV. My dad watches it, not like too much, but I thought it was just like any of the sports. I'm not that much into sports. I'm not a fan, but I'm a Leclerc fan, and I also like Lando Norris. So that was like how I got into the Twitter world.
We'll forgive you for liking Leclerc.
But we're a Lando Norris podcast.
Okay.
I like Leclerc.
Listen,
we'll see in France. He's doing well there.
We are equal opportunity here. Equal opportunity.
Yeah. Will you remember us when you're a Turkish pop star?
I don't think I'm gonna be a Turkish pop star.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were gonna say I don't think I'll remember you.
That would be much better.
Not you, yeah.
But are you gonna remember me if this podcast becomes so popular?
Yeah, you're one of our 7 listeners. Of course, we're gonna remember you.
Right. We have more than 7 listeners. We're rising, always rising.
That's true. We have a baker's dozen on YouTube subsubscribers. So
I feel like I'm diversifying your listener profile geographically.
In many ways, I think, but that's good. Good to know. I see on Twitter sometimes people saying, "Oh, you're a new fan, you don't know anything." Like, I think, loving the sport is what matters, especially Formula One, which is not like at least in the US, right? It's not a mainstream sport. So like I like when people say, "Oh, I watch Formula One," like Jason. Jason's a rare case of an American liking Formula One. So I don't judge. I love the fact that you started watching last year because of COVID and all that. And
you probably know more than Jamie, because Jamie's is the rare case of a lifelong fan who knows nothing about the sport. It's great.
Exactly.
I mean, if you see his picks, you'll know.
I'm winning the predictions. All right, I had a bad weekend this weekend and at Monaco, but I am dominating that competition.
And here's the shameless plug, right? We have the Blast from the Past series on YouTube, and also as a podcast that we review old races. So for all of our new fans, you can go and relive the moment Some races we didn't watch live, some we did. But
Some
yeah,
were
it's a nice
only
way
two
to
for.
yeah, nice way to learn the past.
Oh yeah, good
Um,
history lesson.
enough intros.
Well, let's discuss then yesterday. Let's discuss Perez winning the race. So did he really earn this win, or was it somehow fell into his lap?
Who goes first?
I think
Jamie.
he earned it because he had to push. Like you heard how hard Lewis Hamilton was pushing to keep with him, so he must have been pushing hard to stay ahead of him, even though he had the better car through that second sector. And it just, it was luck that what happened to Verstappen, but he was there to take it, and that restart, a lot of pressure on him starting from the front. The fact that he held his nerve, saw Lewis Hamilton just go across straight ahead, and then it's a 2-lap sprint that Vettel, even though with the newer tires, he deserved that win. He earned it. I think so.
Özüm, what do you think?
I still don't know what happened to Verstappen. They took the risk of keeping the all tires on, and apparently Pirelli is not getting not having an official acknowledgement of the situation. It's not exactly their fault. So
It's debris.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know.
Debris in quotation marks. All right.
So
okay,
here,
deep F1 stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I agree 100% with what Jamie said, and if they pitted Verstappen would lose anyway, right? Because it was too close. But I think Perez deserved the win is not only the pressure and holding Hamilton, but also the fact that he got fucked on the pit stop, right? His pit stop was 4 point something seconds, enough for Max to pass him or regain the lead, right? Because he was going to undercut Max on that pit stop. So would he be able to hold Max? I don't know, but I think they did him wrong on the pit stop. So
what I like about you guys is that you're so willing to be completely wrong, because Perez, he should dedicate this win to Mario Isola. And if you don't know that name, he is the head of Pirelli for F1, because that is who he owes this win to. Perez lucked into this win completely. I mean, nothing says win like going so much slower than your teammate that his tire disintegrates, but yours holds together.
Hey, slow and steady.
We're not gonna celebrate this win at all.
I'm celebrating.
But then again, I don't want to take anything away from him except the result, the points, and the trophy. Other than that, this is perfectly fine.
No, listen. I think, the win fell on his lap, but he did enough during the race that he could mount an attack. The pit stop, the constant pressure. He did his part. If it was Bottas, he would have crapped out here. No hate here. But if it was Bottas instead of Perez there, and it was Max behind, things would be differently.
He put himself in the position.
He should have said.
You should also keep in mind that this guy said, "I need 5 races to get used to the car," and he went and he actually won the 6th race. So that's big. That's a prediction.
It is
very accurate.
Yeah, he needed 5 wins and then a bunch of guys to blow up. I mean, no big deal. I mean, totally earned that win. Totally.
Do we want to talk about that? If Lance Stroll didn't crash exactly where he is, they all would have come into the pits to get new tires. 100%. As soon as they saw that tire go, if he wasn't right where he was, they're all coming in, grabbing the softs and finishing the race. So then Verstappen would win, but luck favors the bold, and Stroll sits his car right on that entrance, which kind of set his teammate up.
Can we stop the comparison with Albon and Gasly now? Perez is better, right?
Yeah.
Average, but better average here.
Yeah.
I'm like, stop with this. Gasly at this point when he started was no. Perez won. None of the other ones won. No, case closed. Next.
But maybe we should look at who finished P2 as well with Vettel. So did Vettel did he really earn this one as well?
Yeah,
Oh, geez, are you gonna go on the same note that he's lucky here? Come on.
No, he was driver of the day by far. He just put it together. Strategy, drive, vintage Vettel.
I'm gonna say that he actually looked like a real driver the first time in 4 years. I do think he probably earned this second place finish because he shouldn't have been there. I mean, part of me wants to say that's just how good a 2019 Mercedes was, since that's what he's driving, a green Mercedes. But I think this one is legit. First time in 4 years he looked like somebody.
Özüm, what are your thoughts on Vettel?
I love Vettel. I just love to see him on the podium.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a Vettel fan. I didn't like him on the Red Bull years, but once he went to Ferrari, and
Because he
kind
didn't win
of
those titles. The car won those titles.
oh yeah, but he humanized him. It's like I dislike Hamilton now, but if he continues on Formula One and changes team and really like fight for races, maybe I'll like him again. It's
Like,
like
say,
whoever's
going to McLaren?
dominating. Williams. I was thinking Williams, to prove that he's really the goat.
God.
Some people on Twitter have been comparing Vettel to Carlos Sainz, and like whether which of them would be a better choice for Ferrari this year. And what do you guys think about that?
Oh, Sainz for sure.
Yeah, Vettel in his prime probably would have been the better choice, but Carlos has definitely improved. Like that, those years at McLaren taught him how to race, and now with a slightly better car, I'd say he's definitely the better choice moving forward.
But also, Vettel's psychological side of the race was shot. Like Ferrari just screwed with his mind. He didn't trust the team. He didn't trust his teammate. He didn't trust anything. And going to Aston Martin, I think it helped him regain his form. I mean, yesterday was great, right? Was he doing a stellar race? No, but he was fighting for position. He passed a bunch of cars. He held enough. He saved his tires enough, to have a late pit stop. Because had he pitted with everyone else around lap 12, 13, he would be way down. But no, he kept the tire going for 5 or 6 more laps. I was like, oh, he's in third. He's in second now. He hasn't pitted. Oh, okay, he's going to go down. And then once he
missed
pitted,
the debris on track.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So he was good. I think Aston Martin is helping him. The car is good. Somehow, I don't think they'll be able to fix the rake problem, but they are advancing with the car.
And maybe just go back to Sky Sports there for a second. LK, I know your favorite in-pit reporter, Ted Kravitz, had some good
Just a sec, Ted.
thoughts for you. Yeah.
Yeah, let's look into this video here.
Ted, heading towards you in the pits.
Yeah, so now we've got the medical car exactly coming into the pits. I think with that kind of impact, whether they are going to drop him off, yes, I think they are going to drop Lance straight off at the garage. I would have thought that would trigger the G meter, that would necessitate a little trip to the medical centre, but he's absolutely fine. He just shuts the door of the Mercedes and trudges right in front of me into the garage on the pit wall.
Okay, so come on. Is that what we're doing here? Like narrating when someone shuts the door?
That is top class commentary, right? We needed to know. Even though we were watching it, we needed to know what was actually happening.
Exactly. He painted a picture, and you knew exactly that picture was a picture of a closed door. I mean, it was so good.
You guys wanna listen to some team radios?
Yeah.
Before we wrap it up?
Yes.
Lewis complains.
Leclerc and Gasly, 1.2 seconds currently.
Yuki, we need to push harder on tires. They are looking good now. We need to open the gap to Vettel. You can push harder. Push flat out.
Shut up! Verstappen got a bit of a slipstream behind Hamilton.
And give us a balance check when you can.
Yeah, it's a real struggle at the rear. You can probably do another lap or so.
Oh, struggling already. You can
Into the path of the Alpha.
Interesting, I hadn't noticed before.
How's he so far ahead of me?
So we had hold at the stop.
Where can he find some time?
On 3, you get through him, and you'll be fighting for P5.
Well, they're targeting.
And that's kind of how it's going to play out.
If we don't overtake, we're going to finish 10th or 9th.
Perez is tired to have a proper look at.
So, Michael, so both incidents, safety cars, Tsunoda did not slow down. So a surprise hasn't been investigated.
Quite simply, for me, the entire field should be penalised for not slowing for double yellows, the way in accordance with the regulations.
But his is obvious, Michael.
Paul?
He hasn't lifted whatsoever.
Paul, for me, all of them are obvious. So lifting a little bit for me is not enough, and I'm going to tell all drivers accordingly at the next meeting.
Okay, understood.
Okay, so Yuki, he moved to Italy to allegedly,
Focus.
Focus and get better. And first race after, continues his spoiled brat moment here and just tells his engineer to shut up.
They were pumping him up. They weren't talking negative. It was like, yeah, come on, push harder. You can push harder. It's like, shut up. It's like, shut up, dude.
It's like this dude, he just needs to lose his job. There's so many other drivers that deserve that seat.
Oscar Piastri.
Hey, put fucking what's his name? Not Petrov. What's the Kvyat? Put Kvyat back.
No.
Yeah.
Tsunoda wrecks less often than Kvyat.
Tsunoda was a political move, right? Because they wanted to cater to Honda. And, anyway.
You would have thought, as he is Japanese, they are very respectful people. He doesn't seem very respectful to his engineer.
No, not at all. Yeah, that's the weird part.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna clip out the shut up part, and every time Jason says like a stupid joke, I'm just gonna throw the shut up there.
Our first soundbite.
Yeah, and then it spoiled Brad Senior here, right? Lewis Hamilton complaining, right? Complaining about the tires, complaining about the balance, complaining. It got to a point that the broadcasters were like, is he really complaining, or is it just code to trick Red Bull? No, because all he does is complaining.
I mean, it just shows what a great driver he is, that he can drive at full speed 100% and still complain about everything about his car and everybody else's car. I mean, he's just super talented. I mean, he can't hit the brake magic button when he's supposed to. Other than that, he's excellent.
Listen, it takes a real skill to complain all the time.
I just liked Paul di Resta when Lewis Hamilton matched the two Red Bulls by he was like 0.205 off. It's like, oh, is Lewis Hamilton playing games here? Can he match him, or is he just taking a break? I'm like, no. They just had a bad lap. He had a really good one, and it just so happened to match up. Because that was the only time he looked like coming close to Perez.
Yeah.
Like lap speed time. He was still over a second away, but di Resta just tried real hard.
Özüm, what's your opinion on Hamilton?
Whenever Lewis Hamilton complained in the past few races, he did really well. Like, he said the tires are finished, and then the tires are apparently perfect.
Oh yeah, he loves that.
Yep.
I don't know if he's really careful, or if he deals well with such major problems with the car.
So Driver 61 on YouTube, he has a really good video about that, and he kind of proposes, is it code, or is he speaking in code, or is he just able to manage it differently? And I think basically most people think it's code, that he said, that the way he says it and the cadence that he says it is a code of whether he's good to go or not.
Right. It is always the same cadence as well.
Yeah,
I think it's a little bit of both, right? There might be times where he's really struggling, but he's 2 steps above a bunch of drivers, right? He really has skills. So like you said, he feels the car differently, right? He conducts that or drives that car in a different way. And I think that makes him feel different things in the car, So I wouldn't be surprised if he's complaining, but just for the sake of letting the team know. But it comes across as arrogant, right? Sometimes, or it comes across as whining. But yeah, I think it's the way he handles the cars differently. But what really doesn't handle different is Bottas, right? With those 2 radios, his engineer almost begging him, please press the pedal on the right. That's the accelerator. Please press that one, not the left one. But Bottas was just like, I don't know if he was on drugs or he didn't want to race anymore.
He should have stayed in Finland. Yeah.
That Mercedes is so much faster than McLaren, any other track, any other driver. But Bottas just couldn't get within a second of Norris to try and get DRS. Like other than that main straight when he had the toe, it was Norris just pushing away. He just, and then he made the mistake going into turn 16, I think it was, bottom of the hill as you turn onto the straight, and that was it. He was never going to get close. Like he blew
and the wishful thinking from the engineer, right? Hey, if you pass Norris, you can finish P6. Right.
But he finished 12th.
Yeah.
Hey,
close.
He beat Hamilton.
Him and 6 more cars. Yeah.
Hamilton and Verstappen.
Yeah, correct. Both.
Yeah.
That's
And
it.
Stroll.
And Ocon.
So, a cool thing this year, the FIA radios. I'm enjoying those a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
How about you guys?
Oh yeah.
That's cool, right? And Paul Massey just like crushing the McLaren engineers. Like, hey, everyone is speeding. So don't waste my time. Like
I should penalize the entire grid. Like
exactly. And speaking of duels, right? You guys can see if you're watching YouTube, my sizzling hot shirt because my takes this weekend, huh? Oh my goodness. I didn't get any of the drivers, but I got my hot takes and my Lewis takes.
I didn't get any of the drivers.
How great was that? So
you were bang on the money.
Yeah, like so.
Yeah, you were.
Let's recap here, right? Jamie, you got 0, right? You didn't get anything right. LK, in terms of drivers, 0 2. Right? I had
you got Norris. You got Norris in
Norris
5th. Yeah, Norris was 5th.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
And Jason, 0.0. Right?
I was way off.
Hey,
you were close with Norris.
May I remind you when I gave my takes, Jason, you insulted me. You pretty much say, "What am I doing here? Talking to you? Your takes are awful." Right?
You are a Vettel guy, that's for sure.
I mean, surprise of the weekend for Jamie, Ricardo P6. Can we just like stop the Ricardo love in this show? No, I like him as a driver, but come on.
Yeah,
I have to. He's Aussie.
Away from that. Yeah. Oh.
I mean, Vettel, he was supposed to go to Q3, right? That red flag screwed with him, right, on Q2. But hey, he not only finished top 10, he finished second. I'll take it. And what position did Kimi finish? Obviously not P6, but
13 or something.
Yeah, way up.
He got points though.
No, yeah, I think he finished 9th.
Oh, did he finish 9th? Oh, that's right.
I
Yeah,
think so.
My boy Alonso finished 6th, right? Didn't he finish 6th? Or 8th? Alonso finished up top.
I think 6th. Yeah.
Yeah, he did well this week.
If only there was a place where we could get the final standings.
So Kimi Raikkonen came 10th. Ricardo got 9th, unfortunately for me. Fernando Alonso, got 6th. Yuki Tsunoda got 7th, so that just shows you he had a pretty good day.
Yeah, shut up, man. So I get 2 points on this board. And when will Lewis complain about tire?
Right on lap 33.
I posted on the Twitter show account. Exactly lap 33.
Yeah,
my tires are bad.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Amazing.
And
I mean,
Jamie, he said he wasn't going to complain, which is the wildest take of the weekend, right?
Listen, I thought they would have a good weekend. No interruptions. 1, 2. Well,
like
1,
my
2,
boy Perez, I needed 5 races, and I'm on a roll now, guys. I'm on a roll. I'm gonna fucking crush this board this year.
I got one prediction right, and Zoom will testify to this. She put up a tweet. Who will be the first to crash out of Baku? Your boy picked it, Lance Stroll. Thank you very much. I'll take a point for that.
Oh, well, a beginner's luck.
I wanted to introduce a new segment to the show, if that's all right with you guys.
Sure.
The new show segment is Jamie simping on
Jesus
Twitter.
Christ.
So Jamie, why don't you get your simp out of the way right fast?
Look, I just think it would be good video content if me and Kira Megan teamed up. I think it would be good video. It would be great for our show. It would be great for her show, getting international voice on there. Just saying. No. It's not simping. It's trying to grow both brands collectively as a team.
Yeah, she really needs our help. Yeah.
Awesome.
Kate Hewitt is who we're simping for this week. Kate Hewitt, please have Kira unmute me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you know what simping mean?
Yeah, I'm a simp. I'm a Leclerc simp.
Well, what do you think about Jamie simping for Kira? Isn't it like so sad?
None of my business.
Exactly.
I'm trying to grow the brand. She has a huge profile on the YouTube. She needs one on the podcast. Team up for content. Like that's what I'm saying. Like,
Who are you simping, LK and Jason?
I'm reserving my right to not simp for now.
Like I said, Kate Hewitt. I watched their
Jessica Hawkins.
Jessica Hawkins. Carmen Jordan.
Natalie Pinkham.
Oh, I don't know her. Oh, that may be next week.
That name sounds familiar. Is she on the broadcast team?
The one. She does the.
She works for Sky.
Yeah.
It's actually a good segment though, talking about the race.
I'll think about a sync for next episode. But anyway, any closing thoughts here?
Terrible segment.
Yeah, check out Backseat Drivers is actually really good this week. So that's Kira and Cade and Hayden and a few other people.
Oh,
so,
we're still simping. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's really a good video.
We got J&J simping.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shameless plug here. We will be doing a blast from the past this week. Not sure which one, but keep an eye on it. It's gonna be fun. Özüm, any final thoughts?
Thank you for inviting me today. That was really fun.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for coming. You're welcome anytime. Thanks for sharing the song with us and participating. You have open doors here, and whenever you want to come again, let us know.
And thank you for not making fun of LK's horrible takes. We appreciate it. It makes him feel
They
good.
were not horrible.
You got more right than I did.
You don't have to be nice. They were.
But I don't want to talk about the green hair. That might be horrible.
Maybe you can come back for the green hair episode. Let's make this happen. All right, guys. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you guys for Blast in the Past.